All right, so we've got this really interesting story for you today called Uchis, or Zhang Buleng.
Yeah, this is going to be fun.
Yeah, it's like a kind of like a little peek into, uh, a very rural uh, kind of Chinese story, but
Right.
there's a really interesting kind of mystery at the center of it.
Yeah, definitely. And I think what's really fascinating is how this seemingly like simple story can actually reveal a lot of really unexpected layers.
Right.
So yeah, we're looking at a very contained kind of narrative here and its own internal logic, really. So we're going to explore that with you.
Okay, so you're walking down a long, narrow country road.
Okay.
Lots of lush crops are growing on either side.
All right.
And our main guy, traveling salesman named Wang, is making his way along this path.
I like it. This image immediately sets a tone of journey.
Yes.
For you listening, this is the kind of setting where you expect something maybe out of the ordinary to happen.
Right. And sure enough, the sky starts to darken. A strong wind picks up, and you hear that distant thunder rolling in.
Ooh.
Definitely a storm is on its way for Wang.
The building tension here, right, like with the sky darkening, that approaching storm, it really sets the stage for the central event that we're going to unpack with you.
Yes. Then suddenly, this fierce hailstorm just breaks out.
Oh, wow.
But here's the thing. In the middle of it all,
Uh-oh.
a voice shouts,
Hey.
which means Zhang Bulang's crops must not be harmed.
That's so interesting.
Right.
Like, this is the moment that really sparks your curiosity.
Exactly.
Right, like that specific protection, like they're calling out to protect one person's crops, it immediately creates a puzzle. Who is this voice? Why single out Zhang Mulang?
Totally.
Yeah.
And Wang is completely thrown. He drops his goods, tries to protect himself, and he's thinking like, okay, this Zhang Bulang must be unscrupulous, right? So for you following along, the character Liang means to measure, and, well, Bu means not. The combination Bu Lang can sometimes have negative undertones, which is why Wang kind of jumps to that conclusion.
Oh, I see.
So the idea that this seemingly like bad guy is getting divine protection just doesn't make sense to him.
It's a powerful reminder, isn't it? How our initial assumptions, even based on something like a name, can totally lead us to the wrong conclusions about people.
Exactly. Now, this hailstorm,
Yeah.
this intense hailstorm, passes as quickly as it arrives.
Oh, wow.
Sun comes back out.
Okay.
But Wang is now totally intrigued.
Of course.
Like, he's got to find out who this Zhang Bulang is.
Yeah.
So he heads to Zhang village.
This shift, right, from just like experiencing the event to actually seeking out an explanation, this
Yeah.
is a really key turning point for you to note. His curiosity, Wang's curiosity, is driving the story.
Yes. So Wang gets to Zhang village,
Uh-huh.
starts asking around about this Zhang Bulang, the guy who was protected,
Right.
and here's where the story takes a turn.
Uh-oh.
He finds out that Zhang Bulang is actually very wealthy.
Yeah.
And like incredibly generous.
Yeah.
He's known throughout the village for his kindness.
That's fantastic. This is such a great reversal,
Yeah.
showing you just how wrong Wang's first impression was.
Right?
Really makes you think about, those snap judgments we make about people.
Right. And the nickname Zhang Bulang.
Yeah.
It turns out it has nothing to do with being bad at all.
Oh, okay.
When villagers pay rent or settle their accounts with him, Zhang Bulang never actually measures what they bring.
Oh, wow.
He trusts them to tell him what they have. So they started calling him Zhang Bulang, literally Zhang who doesn't measure.
I love that.
Yeah, his real name is almost forgotten at this point.
That's amazing. What's so fascinating for you to think about is how a name that could sound kind of negative actually reflects such a positive trait. His generosity, his trust in people.
Exactly. So Wang eventually meets Zhang Bulang,
Okay.
and he tells him and all the villagers about this voice during the hailstorm.
Right.
Obviously, they're all pretty amazed.
Yeah.
And so they all rush out to the fields to see what happened.
This collective reaction is interesting. It really emphasizes how unusual the event was for everyone.
Yeah, for sure. And the result.
Yep.
While the surrounding fields are all damaged from the hailstorm, Zhang Bulang's crops are totally untouched.
Really?
Not a single bit of damage.
Oh, wow. So that brings us back to the central mystery, right?
Yeah.
But now we have a much clearer picture of who Zhang Bulang is as a person.
Right.
It makes you wonder if there's some connection between his generosity and this seemingly miraculous protection he received.
So as you're thinking about this, consider how someone's reputation, maybe built on these acts of kindness that people don't even see all the time, how that might lead to some unexpected outcomes,
Yeah.
even in the face of natural events. What other unseen forces might be at play in how we understand the world around us?
That's a great question.
Yeah.